All right. So look, I'm just gonna tell you this. You got a lot of answers.
Yes, sir.
Okay. You're a track runner. Do you know who quits buds the fastest?
Who?
The swimmers and the track runners. Okay. So that's why I wanted to talk to you, because you gotta dial back your bravado a little bit, because you guys quit all the time. Like literally, the track runners and the swimmers quit all the time. Olympic swimmer quit my class. Okay, because one, you're not used to swimming with no air, and then the other thing is you track runners are used to running, but you ain't used to running really uncomfortably, and you might not quit on the run, but you're gonna quit on something else because it's really, really hard.
Yes, sir.
What's your athletic background?
I mean, I played soccer, football in like middle school and early high school. Mostly track. I swam in high school. I've run track my whole life.
Okay.
Did CrossFit for a little while, like early high school.
Okay.
But yeah, mostly track. I mean, I've wanted to be an Olympian since I was a little kid.
Okay.
And I've always been into special forces. Always followed, listen to Jocko pretty much every day, that kind of thing. So I'm familiar with the space.
So you're not familiar with the space. Just that's what I'm talking about. That's exactly that's why I wanted to get you on a call.
Yes, sir.
Your feeling you understand the space is what's going to cause you to quit when you get there.
Yes, sir.
That's exactly why I wanted to talk to you on the phone instead of responding to this email, right?
Okay.
So that bravado right there is going to get you kicked out.
Yes, sir.
I'm not kicked out. You're gonna fold and quit, okay? If you don't go in there prepared. And I'm trying to see. I just was looking at your email real quick. How much are you swimming right now?
Once a day. I literally just stopped running full time, like 80 miles a week, last week.
Yeah, I'm not worried about the running at all. What?
Yes,
How tall are you?
5'10".
How much you weigh?
Probably 140, 145 right now.
Okay. All right. So, like I would tell you, and did I tell you go crawl around in the volleyball pit, in the sand volleyball pit for an hour?
No, sir.
That wasn't you. That was another runner. Okay. So find you where are you at right now? Virginia Beach?
Portland, Oregon.
Portland, Oregon. Okay. So I don't even know if you got any sand volleyball pits in Portland, Oregon. Go find a sand volleyball pit and low crawl around it every day for like 30 to 45 minutes, maybe an hour.
Yes, sir.
Get used to like being covered in sand and just the grittiness of it. But like you got to go do some hard stuff. I would tell you this, like are you going to school right now?
No, sir, I'm not.
So you dropped out of Ole Miss?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so you're going to go enlist as soon as you can.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So it's a lot easier if you go enlist. It just is. Mm-hmm. I would have told you how much longer you got on your degree?
Like 20 hours or something like that.
Okay, first thing I'll tell you is go bang the degree out. Stop being stupid.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Call them up. Say, hey, listen, were you on scholarship at Ole Miss?
Yes, sir.
Okay, call them up. Say, listen, I'm going to do these 20 hours online this semester and get it done.
Okay.
What's your major?
Education. I'm minoring in Arabic.
Okay, so that's a great thing to have, but you don't have it.
Yes, sir.
So I'm going to give you a little bit of advice. Mm-hmm. Take the extra 3 months and bang it out online.
Okay.
Can you do that at Ole Miss?
Yes, sir. Mm-hmm.
Okay. Call them up. Say, listen, I just need to pay for this school for 1 semester. I'm going to bang this degree out so I graduate.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yes, sir.
And I don't care if you got to take 20 hours this semester.
Mm-hmm.
Because you don't have to worry about the running part. You just got to worry about getting grittier. Okay. Yes, you got Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu there?
Yes, sir. I emailed Henzo Gracie Academy. They got like a couple black belts. Like,
you got enough money to pay for it?
Yeah, I've been riding my bike around, talking to coffee shops and stuff, trying to get a job.
Okay, you can get a job because you ain't gonna go to Buzz until next year because you got to graduate from college first.
Yes, sir.
It don't make no sense. Like you need to get your minor in Arabic, graduate from college, and then you go be a SEAL.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, because that way you got something to fall back on because you ain't gonna want to finish up the degree later on.
Yes, sir.
Okay, you don't really have time. I had somebody call me talking about they're gonna get their bachelor's degree while they were a SEAL. I said I know one dude out of like 400 that banged it out during the SEAL teams.
Mhm.
Okay, so what I would tell you is join, jujitsu. Go 3 times a week, man. 3 times a week, get your face smashed in, get the grittiness, right?
Yes, sir.
If you're in high school, I would tell you go wrestle.
Mhm.
Go get that full dosage of grittiness. I'm not worried about you running. Like even on your slowest day, you'll be the fastest person at training.
Yes, sir.
The swimming, I sent you over the swimming plan,
Yes, sir.
so you can start that now. And then you just see how you do. That might take you a couple months, but I got a wrestler right now that's already swimming 106 100s, which is
Okay.
flying.
Yes, sir.
Flying. And he a big 190-pound wrestler. Like he's flying. So, but I wanted just to make sure I calibrated you in your understanding of what you know and what you expect to what's really gonna happen.
Yes, sir.
Does that make sense?
Yes, sir. And I realize like either way, I'm gonna get my ass kicked at Buzz. Like that's the instructor's
You're
job.
not. Nah, fuck that, man. Nah. Like, ain't nobody worried about that shit. I went
Mhm.
out there and partied for 10 months. When I say partied, I mean I partied in training. I wasn't out at night partying. I'm saying I had a blast every day of training. Like
Awesome.
you
Yeah.
don't have to go out there and get your butt kicked. Like
Mhm.
there's like all my guys, like my dude I just had a guy graduate 2 weeks ago. He's in Virginia Beach buying a house right now. If you say, hey man, did Buds kick your butt? He'll be like, no, I killed Buds.
Hmm.
Okay. Like it's not as hard as everybody thinks it is.
Mhm.
But you will find something that's really hard and has demons. And if you ain't prepared, you'll quit.
Yes, sir.
Okay. I didn't think like it wasn't as hard as Division I wrestling. I know that wasn't even close.
Mhm.
It wasn't as hard as wrestling on the All Navy wrestling team for 3 months. It wasn't even close.
Yeah.
Okay. So it was good though. I enjoyed it. It was fun, man. It's
Mhm.
primordial living. That's what it is. So what other questions you got? Like what I just read through your email real quick, and other than going back to school, you gotta understand you got like and I'm saying it this way, I want you to be scared of your lack of grittiness.
Yes, sir.
Okay, you just told me you want to go get a job in a coffee shop. What kind of job do you think I'm gonna recommend to you?
Manual labor.
A construction job, exactly.
Yes, sir.
Okay, go get them little old Miss hands dirty in construction. Okay, because you're gonna work 10 hours a day, man. And you just have to be gritty to do the work. You gotta move fast. It'll help prepare you for Buzz. I got a construction dude in Colorado, want to be a SEAL. I told him he shouldn't be a SEAL. He got 3 kids and a wife. He's gonna be single as all get out before he know what happened. Okay, but he a construction dude. He won't have no problems out there.
Mhm.
As long as he's running and swimming fast enough before he goes, he won't have no problem.
Yes, sir.
He been doing gritty work for 8 years. He's like 25 years old. Been a construction dude the whole time, 12 hours a day. He won't have the grittiness ain't a problem to him.
Yeah.
Okay, so you got to go get some gritty.
Mhm.
But here's what I'm gonna tell you: I don't care if you get a job right now, but when it comes time to train, like you're gonna have to probably train. Like you might be able to swim, you might be able to just work on your swimming and still have a job, but like you ain't gonna have a construction job and still do your swimming because you're gonna be exhausted unless
Yes,
you
sir.
can get to the Y at 5 a.m. and then go work construction all day.
Mhm.
And then come home, go for a little run. I'm not worried about your running. I don't care if you don't run until December, we'll be fine on run.
Yes, sir.
Okay, does that make sense?
Yes, sir.
Okay, but you better be real cognizant of the fact that runners and swimmers are the first people to quit
Yes, sir.
because
Thank
it's
you for
not.
that,
Yeah, and I don't care how much you watch on the internet, you don't know nothing about that place.
Mhm.
Huh?
Yes,
If you
sir.
wrestled, I would be telling you something different. If you're a wrestler, I say, look, don't worry about it. It's not gonna be that bad for you.
Mhm.
Okay. All right. What kind of questions you got for me?
Yeah, I'm skinny. I know that. I just don't want to get injured. Like, should I focus on gaining weight? Should I focus on like eating a shit ton and trying to get bigger, or
What I tell you?
go work a gritty job and roll in the sand?
I'm not talking about low crawl in the sand, right? Put your face in the sand. Have your face in contact with the sand for the whole 30 minutes.
Yes, sir.
Okay? But if you go get a construction job, then you don't have to roll around in the sand every day. Okay?
Yes,
So, like, you want to be a barista, like, you might as well just write it off. Because you need to go be a dang bricklayer, right? Or just a construction guy.
Mm-hmm.
Go to the construction site, be the cleanup dude on the construction site. No, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like hard, gritty jobs.
Yes, sir.
Okay. What else?
Also, how often should I be trying to work out with, like, I worked out with those guys today. One guy who has a SEAL contract and another guy who is a rescue swimmer. How often should I be trying to get in workouts with those guys?
Never.
Why is that?
What'd you do with them today?
6 mile run, 10 by 50 yards all out, 10 rounds of 10 push-ups, 10 pull-ups, 10 tire flips, 10 squats, and 10 4-count floater kicks.
Waste of time.
Okay.
Waste of time. We don't do a lot of work on push-ups, sit-ups, and pull-ups. You can already do 20 pull-ups. No one gets kicked out of SEAL training for push-ups, pull-ups, and sit-ups. No one. No one. You're gonna do 2,000 push-ups from the first day you get there until basically the end of first phase. If you can't improve your push-ups on 2,000 push-ups a day, then you probably don't need to go.
Yes, sir.
Okay. And my young dude said it best, man. We don't get ready for buds by doing bud stuff. Buds will break you down. Like if you try to get ready for everything at buds, you'll break your body down. So the best thing you can do is just worry about the two things that really matter, running and swimming. And you don't have to worry about the running part at all. But like doing all this calisthenics stuff, what are you doing to do all that? What are you gonna go do to help all of that?
How do you mean?
What's the one thing I just told you to go do that will do all of the stuff you just said you did?
Construction working job.
Construction working job, but what's the other one?
Low crawl in the sand.
Nope.
Go for a swim.
Nope. Swimming will help you.
Mm-hmm.
Are you taking notes?
Currently?
Are you taking notes right now?
No, sir.
You get your head blown off. I ain't talking for my health.
Yes, sir.
Okay. I told you to go join the jiu-jitsu gym 3 days a week, right?
Yes, sir.
That will do everything that you. So, like, look, doing all the push-ups, working out with guys that are going, a waste of time, man.
Mm-hmm.
Most of them dudes ain't gonna make it. So you working out with a bunch of dudes that ain't gonna make it, and they, oh my God, you run fast. They blowing your head with gas. You don't need to hear none of that.
Yes,
This is a solitude game. I tell everybody that because nobody can help you when you're trying to quit. So you better work on in solitude by yourself so that when you get in the environment, you know you won't have to dig down deep. You can get it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? Because the worst thing you can do is go there. You're going to be the fastest runner by a mile. Were you the fastest runner by a mile in the 6 miles today?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And they were all saying like, oh my God, you're really fast.
Yes, sir.
Right? Okay, there's probably a good chance you won't be the fastest runner when you get to SEAL team. No lie. Okay, we had a couple dudes running 3:55s, right? Like, what's your best mile? What'd you say your best mile is? 3:44?
Yes, sir.
But the problem is you're gonna get slower when you go to buds.
Mm-hmm.
You ain't gonna be in track speed. You ain't gonna be training for the mile.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so you probably gonna get a little bit slower, but you still may be the fastest dude.
Yes,
but then you get a little dinged up, and now you can't run as fast. So, but you don't need to hear that gas, right? You don't need to hear guys telling you how fast you are. Oh my God, you're gonna make it. Oh, you don't need none of that noise in your head. So just put your head down, work by yourself. None of them guys gonna make it anyway.
Mm-hmm.
So who are you working out with? The dive motivator?
Pardon?
Were you working out with a dive motivator, the special operations motivator, or were you just working out with some guys that are going?
Yeah, I just my recruiter gave me the number of some guy who got a SEAL contract. And
Deuces. I've never talked to him again. Serious. I'm not laughing at mine. It's
No, sir.
70% attrition rate. He ain't gonna make it.
Yes, sir.
How fast did he run 6 miles in a day?
Pretty damn slow.
So then, but that's what I'm saying.
Yes, sir.
You playing with a bunch of dudes that don't have no chance to make it. So all you're doing is lessening your chance to make it.
Yes, sir.
I don't ever recommend going to talk to nobody, man. We go talk to them when we swim in a 9 minute, we run in a 9 minute. We go in, we see them, we want to take the test, we take the test, we get our SEAL contract, and then we really start upping the miles. It won't be up miles for you. And we start running a lot more, swimming a little bit more. We get ready to go to buzz, we start swimming with fins on, and that's it.
Yes, sir.
And we go to basic, we do good in basic, and then as soon as you get out of basic, you'll be out of shape, and you got to train really hard on the weekends and the nights, and then you're going to go to buds, and if you've done everything you're supposed to do, you'll be fine.
Yes, sir.
Okay? But if you go there and you ain't done no jiu-jitsu and you ain't crawling the sand at all, you're going to quit because you're a track dude.
Yes, sir.
Just like the swimmers quit. Okay? And I'm just telling you, like, dude come in running a 6:45 mile and a half. You don't even get to class. You don't even get to first phase, and he quits and ramp up. Oh my God, this isn't what I thought it was going to be. I thought I was going to get to run a lot more. All right, partner, keep it moving. Okay.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Does that make sense?
Yes, sir, it does.
Okay, what other questions you got?
I was gonna ask you about swimming.
Okay, did I send you the whole swimming program?
You did, yes, sir.
Okay, so what is you better your question better be real detailed about what you're gonna ask me.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, just follow that. Like, my big brother just gave me some scuba fins. Should I swim in those? Should I swim just regular?
Do you see anywhere in there that says swim in scuba fins?
No, sir.
So then don't worry about it.
Okay.
This ain't hard.
Yes,
in
sir.
the last 20 years, I've made like 25 of them.
Okay.
In the last 9 years, I got every black officer that graduated from training has been my guy since 2011. Okay?
Yes, sir.
When it gets time to do fins, we'll do fins. But that ain't till you get your SEAL contract and you're going out the door, you'll start swimming with fins on about 500 a day.
Yes, sir.
Okay? But it don't do no good to swim with fins on right now. Everything is freestyle. We're gonna work on side stroke and breaststroke at night, but we're not worried about side stroke. You can't get fast swimming side strokes. You can't get fast. So you got to swim cross stroke to get fast to swim in freestyle. I mean, at swimming side stroke.
Yes, sir.
Does that make sense?
Yes, sir, it does.
And I'm not being an ASS. I send people the program and then they want to be like, well, why ain't I doing this? Or why ain't I? Look, dude, that ain't the program.
Yes, sir.
We've been using that program. Literally, I used that program in '97 when I got to SEAL train. I was out of shape. It makes you really fast running. It won't do nothing for you. That's why you don't have to do none of the running. But for a normal person, it makes them really fast running, and it makes you really fast swimming.
Okay.
Okay? Because most of these guys are like, and the best I've heard is like a 10:45 mile and a half, right? Like my ROTC student here at Illinois was running at a 9:30. We got him down to like 9:10. Okay, but he's been a swimmer his whole life. Swimmers suck at running.
Yes, sir.
Okay, but he's going out to SOAS here. He goes out to SOAS here shortly, but does that make sense?
Yes, sir, it does.
So like like for you, all you gotta do is swim. I would tell you right now, you got probably 2-3 months of swimming. Go get a construction job.
Okay.
Swim once a day, do the intervals, that morning workout, do the construction job, get grittier for 2, 3, 4 months. It'll bode you so well. When you get to training, you'll call me and be like, oh yeah, I understand.
Yes, sir.
Okay. And then, we'll do, it ain't a lot of stuff. Can you float in a pool?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so you got nothing to worry about.
With jiu-jitsu, if I can go more than 3 times a week, the more the better, or?
It depends. If you get a construction job, then you don't need to go. I would say this, if you go 3 times a week, that's probably enough.
Okay.
Okay. It's a great workout. It'll be good for you. If you want to go more than, you're going to have to pay for it, though. That's what I'm saying. 3 times a week is probably good. If you're working a construction job, I would still tell you to go to jiu-jitsu twice a week.
Yes, sir.
Right? Maybe it's your Saturday morning grind. Okay.
Also, for So I'm gonna go. I've talked to my recruiter, and he was saying that there's no SEAL contracts until October or something. I don't.
What am I gonna tell you? When do you contact the recruiter?
I don't want to get screwed over.
When you gonna contact the recruiter? Can you swim a 9-minute right now?
Yes, sir. I mean, I haven't gotten in the pool, but I'm confident I could.
What were you swimming before you got out of the pool?
Side stroke in the pool, like during school last year. I could go like probably sub 8:30.
Okay. So then you could sign up right now.
Yes, sir.
Just go down to the recruiter. So listen, they don't have no contracts until October because you can't get the PRT. They don't have no pools to swim in because of COVID.
Yes, sir.
So everybody got the same problem. Just go, and I don't care if you sign up right now, but if you get in that pool and swim in 10 minutes, I can't help you.
Yes, sir.
Okay, that's the whole thing. Because you're trying to be an enlisted guy, it ain't hard.
Mm-hmm.
As soon as you run a 9-minute and swim a 9-minute, you'll be fine. They'll take you. You're going to run a 7-minute, right? What are you going to run a mile and a half in?
Probably close to 7 minutes.
Okay, so you're going to run 7 minutes. I've seen a 6:30. I know 2 people that ran a 6:30 and swam a 6:30. Okay. So, but you're an enlisted dude. They used to seeing like 12 minutes, 11 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
Now, none of them guys pass, but they think they're going to pass.
Yes, sir.
So that's what I'm saying. It won't be that big a deal. And if you're smart, you should have your college degree at the end of the semester, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Even if you got to take out loans, I'm telling you, bang it out.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right. What else you got?
Yeah, I was gonna ask you. I wrote down people to surround myself with, but you just said solitude, so that kind of knocks that out. Just train by myself.
Yep.
Okay.
Now, at some point, you may have to join a master swim program for swimming, for swimming help, right, to get faster. But for the most part, we're not trying to make Olympic swimmers. So, like my wrestler killed it every day. He went from like 135 to 106 100 times. Okay? Like that's what it looks like. If you just do it every day, 5 days a week, 5 in a row, like you'll get faster.
Yes, sir.
You gotta, like I know you got big lungs, so you can run fast because you'll be able to swim fast as soon as you get your technique down.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? And if you're already swimming at 8:30 and running at 8:30, then the only thing I would say is like you just gotta be smart, right? Like I would tell you go graduate from college. You only got 20 hours. Go graduate from college, especially with an Arabic minor because they love an Arabic right now.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
So when it comes to, I was gonna kind of away from getting into like PST and stuff. Like at boot camp, I know I'll be in like an 800 division.
What?
Or whatever, that kind of thing. 800
Look,
division.
What did I tell you? What did I tell you your problem is?
Not being gritty enough.
No. What did I tell you? Why did I tell you we getting on this phone call?
Because my head's blowing up.
Exactly.
Yes, sir.
If you got to worry about boot camp, you need to quit trying to do this right now.
Yeah, I was just gonna say. You said,
if you have to worry about boot camp,
yes, sir.
Then you need to just stop this process right now.
Yes, sir.
If you're doing research on boot camp, you need to stop this process right now.
Yeah, I was just gonna say I don't want to get out of boot camp and be out of shape.
You're gonna be out of shape when you get out of boot camp. I just told you that.
Yes, sir.
You're gonna be massively out of shape.
Okay.
And then you're gonna have to grind your face off for 2 months to get ready to go to buds.
Okay.
Because there's a phase after boot camp where they let you train, and when you're ready, you take the PRT, and then they'll let you go.
Okay.
Okay. My dude, I just had 3 guys go through boot camp, an Army officer, and then 2 SEALs. It's the same thing. They not even in the SEAL training after boot camp, you're not gonna run enough, you're not gonna lift enough, and you're not gonna swim enough.
Okay.
All right. So you gotta do all that stuff on your own. That's where the solitude comes in.
Mm-hmm.
There's gonna be a bunch of dudes in your class when the day's over, they chilling in their racks, watching TV, playing video games. and you got to go right back out the door for a 5-mile run.
Yes, sir.
That's the solitude that you need to be successful.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now, here's what I'm going to tell you. You're doing all this research.
Yes, sir.
Okay. It's going to cause you to quit. Because the first time you see some shit that you ain't been prepared for, you're going to have a nervous breakdown and you're going to quit. So I recommend you to stop doing all this research because it ain't going to help you graduate from butts.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Just focus on what's right in front of you. Like, I'm not ever going to tell you no BS. Like, I tell it straight as it is.
Yes, sir.
Go work construction, wrestle jiu-jitsu, work on your swimming.
Okay.
Graduate from college in that reverse order. Graduate from college, work a construction job, work on your swimming, and grind. Are you living at home right now?
Yes, sir. Me and my girlfriend are living here in Portland.
Okay, so you living with your girlfriend. So you do have bills, though.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Where do you live? Where you from?
I'm originally from. I grew up in Virginia Beach, Virginia. When my
Where
dad
your
was
parents at?
My dad retired from the Coast Guard. He lives in Michigan now.
Okay.
And my mom lives out here.
Okay, because I'm gonna tell you, like, you might have to move home for a couple months. Right now, I don't think. You'll be fine, but like, if you told me you were 155, I would be happy, right? Like, you probably gonna have to start squatting a little bit to make sure your legs are strong enough.
Yes, sir.
Because you got to move fins and stuff like that. But like, I'm not worried about none of that stuff.
Yes, sir.
I'm worried about your grit level. Then you gotta learn to be flexible. Because right now you ain't being very flexible. You're doing all this research trying to figure everything out. That ain't how the program works. You can't figure out the program. You better figure yourself out to get ready to go to the program.
Yes, sir.
Okay. What else?
Being gritty. Construction. I know you said if I do that, jiu-jitsu. What are some other things? Crawling in the sand.
Crawling in the sand. That's it, really, man. Like go chop wood.
Okay.
Look in the paper. I'll tell you this one. Look in the paper. Find a guy selling wood. Okay. Tell him, listen, I'm trying to be a Navy SEAL. I got to do some gritty stuff. I will come and chop wood with you all day for free. Okay, and go sling. Like, I don't know, he may have the automatic stuff. If they selling professional wood, most of the time they got the automatic stuff. But you may find some dude chop. And you got to go keep your mouth quiet and chop.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Sounds good.
But I mean, if I was you, I'd just go get a construction job, man. Manual labor.
Okay.
Find you a job. My dude had a great job in high school. Sling 60-pound cheese curd bags for 11 hours on a shift unloading cheese curd pallets. Okay? Find you some hard, gritty manual labor job and then love that job.
Yeah. Yeah. I was going back to school, so I don't have the job anymore, but I was working at FedEx Ground, like packaging, like throwing boxes in a truck, lifting boxes and stuff.
Okay. That's why you're going to quit SEAL training.
Yes, sir.
Why? Why did I just say you're going to quit SEAL training?
I have no idea.
Is loading boxes in a truck a gritty job? No.
Not super gritty, yeah.
But you think it's gritty because you're a track runner.
Yes, sir.
Right? A little uncomfortable. You got a little paper cut on your hand. That ain't gritty, son. Like, that's what I'm trying to get you to understand. Your idea of gritty and my idea of gritty, like, you down there in the 100 level classes, and I'm up here in the 600 level classes, PhD classes of gritty. Matter of fact, you probably in middle school, and I'm in the 600 level PhD classes.
Yes, sir.
Okay? I'm not laughing, am I?
No, sir.
I'm trying to help you understand why we having this phone call.
Yes,
Because
sir.
I knew what your problem was by the tone of your email. Okay? Thinking you gritty and getting out there and finding out what real grittiness means equals failing.
Yes, sir.
Okay? So I'm telling you, go get a real gritty job. It ain't loading boxes in the back of an Amazon truck or a FedEx truck.
Yes,
that
sir.
ain't gritty. Okay?
Yes, sir.
Gritty is changing all the tires on the FedEx truck, working in a tire place.
Yes, sir.
Doing 10 hours a day changing tires. That's a gritty job.
Yes, sir.
Okay? Going to a construction site and shoveling rocks for 2 days straight. Does that make sense?
Sure it does.
Okay. So you keep telling me you're gonna go to Buzz and Quit every time you try to say, can I do can I do this gritty job as a barista? It's really gritty to make coffee all day. I do such a good job. I get scalded by the hot steam every now and then. Ain't gonna work, man. Okay. What else?
Sorry. For running.
Okay.
I know
if you ask me some dumbass question about running, I'm just gonna laugh at you.
Okay.
What are you gonna ask me about running? What are you gonna ask?
I was gonna ask running in boots and stuff, but I guess just a scratch.
Does it say running in boots on my thing?
No, sir.
What's it say run in?
Tennis shoes.
Why?
Those pegs that you posted a picture of.
Yeah, them cheap ass Pegasus, because you can replace them often. How often you replace your running shoes?
Every 500 miles, something like that. Every month.
Okay, so every month. Okay. Like, we don't train in boots, man. Boots don't make you faster.
Yes, sir.
The boots you're gonna run in are basically a pair of tennis shoes.
Okay.
But they ain't like, you're not running in real boots. The only thing I might tell you is, like, once you get a SEAL contract, we may do some rucking, put a ruck on your back, but I got a 14-week Thor program for that. But I mean, that's just because you little, you 140 pounds. Like, if it ain't in that program, you ain't gotta worry about it.
Yes, sir.
Because everybody that's listened to that program and listened to what I told them hasn't had any problems at all. I've had one kid have a problem, and he was black, he couldn't float. So drown proofing was really hard on him.
Yes,
and
sir.
he practiced every day for the year leading up, and he still struggled to pass the test. Okay? That's the only kid that I've had that got there and struggled on anything.
Yes, sir.
Okay? We're going to go bang out our PADI qual before you go. Are you scuba qualified?
No, sir.
Okay, so we may not bang it out, but like I may have you go to a garage sale somewhere and find a regulator for like $20 and a tank, and then just put your head in the bathtub or in a bucket. A bucket work good. You just fill the bucket of water, put your head in the bucket, breathe on the regulator.
Okay.
Because you got to get used to breathing underwater on a rig, and PADI qual is like $500 now, which is crazy to me. But if you got some extra change laying around, we'll go bang out PADI qual before we go.
Yes, sir.
Okay. All right, you get one more question, and I'm getting off this phone.
That's it for my bullet points that I wrote down.
Okay, you got everything answered you want?
Yes, sir. I was going to ask you, are there any more things like that, the PADI qual, that you think we'll do after I get my
shoot? Can you shoot a gun?
I shot quite a bit in high school with my dad.
Okay, so like the level of shooting has upped its level in SEALs training. Used to be like you graduated from SEALs training, you could shoot a target. But now you got CQC, you got to be able to really shoot a gun. Yes, sir. So we've had one of the kids got rolled for shooting. And, we got a BB gun. He shot it on a BB gun every night for an hour and a half. He went back and did fine. Cool. So that would be the only thing. Like scuba qual is probably the most important thing you can get prior to going.
Okay.
I'm going to be on Legacy Flight tomorrow. So I got one of my mentees who's now a lieutenant in the SEAL teams, and we're going to do some question and answering on Legacy Flight tomorrow if you want to join us.
Yes, sir.
It's on my LinkedIn. The link is on my LinkedIn, or it's just Legacy Flight, I think, on Instagram. Legacy Flight. So we're doing that tomorrow, 5 p.m. my time.
Yes, sir.
Legacy Flight Academy. So, all right, bud, listen, don't be a stranger, okay? But you ain't got to tell me everything. So I should expect to hear from you like mid-November saying, hey, I'm gonna wrap up this degree here in December. You can go enlist if you want to, delayed entry program, whatever, and just be set up for the spring if you want to. Okay. Right? But I would tell you to bang out them little. So here's what I tell you. get all the stuff we talked about done. It won't take you long to enlist. Like you can go if you want to and start now to make sure you got a billet like January. But like even if you wait, I tell everybody it's better to wait 3 or 4, 5, 6 months and get everything lined up than it is to go in there unlined up and fail. Because you'll be chipping paint on a ship and you'll be really upset.
Yes, sir, I will be.
Okay. Now, if you got your degree, you can go fly planes though. So if you don't make it through SEAL training, then you just put your planes package in. And I'm telling everybody to go look at airplanes. Like, you got a college degree, you need to look at airplanes.
Yes, sir.
Okay, because it's like make $375,000 a year when you get out for the rest of your life. All right, man, do your thing, Parker.
Yes, sir. I appreciate the call. Thanks.
You're good, brother. Dial your grit up for me, man. Dial your grit up.
Yes, sir. Thank you.